Stewardship with SNB. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Project to be categorized as one? Is it projects that are not budgeted for? Could it be public-private partnership PPP projects? Or are they projects that must be completed within a specific time frame? To answer these and other related questions, we shall be discussing Governor Wike, Mr. Projects, and 2019. I have with me in the studio one of Rivers' renowned civil engineers who graduated from the Rivers State University with a BTech in quantity surveying, PGD in civil engineering, MSc in quantity surveying and cost engineering from the Enugu State University of Science and Technology, and PhD in view from the Nnamdi Azikiwe University. He has over 15 years experience in procurement and construction. My guest is a versatile and accomplished quantity surveyor who has distinguished himself as a world-class chartered quantity surveyor and engineer, whose father was also a Russia-trained radar engineer and an Air Force retiree. He is a member of the Governing Council, Kenule Bison Sarawiwa Polytechnic, Bori. He is also a member of several professional bodies. My guest is Honorable George Kelly DAKORINAMA, ALABO, the Senior Special Advisor to the Governor, Nyesom Wike, on special projects. To join the conversation, call the number 0803-341-3360 or send text messages only to the number 081-725-23884. Again, you can call the number 0803341-3360 or send text messages only to the number 081-725-23884. Join our social platforms on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Stewardship with SNB. You can also watch us live on GoTV channel 103 and StarTimes channel 113. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid. Let's unveil my guest just after this timeout. Stewardship with SNB. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. Hello, thanks for joining us again. As I want to unveil my guest on this program today, he is no other person than the Honorable George Kelly, the Special Advisor to the Governor the Senior Special Advisor to the Governor on Special Projects. Honorable, you're welcome to Stewardship here in RSTV.
Thank you very much. Thank
yes. Our viewers want to know, what are actually special projects from your point of view?
Yeah, you got it right when you mentioned it the other time that there are projects that requires a short time to complete. There are actually projects that are sensitive and projects that needs to be completed on time. And so they are supervised under the governor's office through the Bureau for Special Projects. And for such projects, the funding is actually cash backed, so you don't necessarily go to source for funds. Funds are always there.
I see.
Yes. For instance, the fruit garden market project we're embarking upon, we intend to complete it in 3 months. Ordinarily, such project will require a completion period of, say, between 6 months to 12 months. But those are the category of projects you can actually call.
But what's the difference between the special projects and other projects that we know? There are projects scattered around River State and beyond, of course. Yes. What is the difference between special projects and the other projects that we know that the governor is actually
like I said before, we have under the governor's office what we call the Bureau for Special Projects. It has always existed. It has always existed. And such projects are projects that are directly supervised by the governor's office.
What about funding?
Funding is always there for such projects.
Okay.
Because they are budgeted for.
They are budgeted for.
And so the funding is always there.
Well, let the studio assist us with a video clip, a report there, so that the special advisor can actually have time to analyze it. Studio, you may please assist us.
River State Governor Nyesom Wike has expressed sadness over the inferno at the fruit and vegetable market, Port Harcourt, declaring that the state government will come to the aid of the affected traders.
Be assured, we will take action immediately. Tomorrow morning, I will come back here.
Governor Nyesom Wike on Friday morning met with traders at the Burnt Fruit and Vegetable Market, where he directed the Special Advisor on Special Projects to immediately redesign the market and commence reconstruction processes. The governor on Thursday night conducted an on-the-spot assessment of the market after the fire incident was reported to him.
Let me assure you people, I've called for a Special Advisor on Special Projects to come and look at it so we can review the market immediately.
He reassures the traders that his administration...
River State Governor Nyesom Wike on Saturday redeemed his pledge to compensate traders of the burnt fruit garden market, Port Harcourt, as he handed over bank drafts to them. Also on Saturday, the River State Governor flagged off the reconstruction of the burnt section of the fruit garden market. The foundation stone was laid by the Ebonyi State Governor, Engineer Dave Umahi. Speaking before presenting the bank drafts to the affected traders, Governor Wike stated that traders with shops got 400,000 naira, while traders who operate as attachment got 300,000 naira.
Everybody that has a shade here that is affected
government will compensate you back. We'll give you a bank draft. Each of you have your bank draft. We don't want to give you any cash. Nobody will beat you or kill you. You use your bank draft, you go to the bank and open an account for yourself, so that you can use it and see how you can support yourself.
The governor charged the contractors to ensure that the market is completed within the next 3 months.
We have paid 60% of the contract fee. 60% of the contract fee. And all those of you who were affected, you must have your shares back. So, those of you will know that what we are building will be bigger than what you have. But the original people who are here must take their own steps.
He said that the Mile 1 market was burned under the Amici administration, but that administration failed to rebuild the market despite promising the traders. He said during the campaign, he pledged to reconstruct the Mile 1 market, pointing out that the market will be ready by December.
The former administration led by Chief Gameji said we are going to rebuild the market. Have they rebuilt the market? Did they rebuild the market?
Yes. Honorable Kelly George, you saw the governor meeting up with the people's outcry and all of that, and he gave you a charge right there to quickly swing into action and of course bring forth a redesigned paper or something on the construction of the... Tell us about it.
Well, first of all, I would want to say that for anyone that knows Governor Wike, he's a man of action. And he's a man that keeps to his words. He never utters what he cannot do. He never utters what he cannot deliver.
We saw it play out there.
You saw it play out. You know, you saw the spontaneity with which he reacted. You saw the speediness in his reaction. You know, that same night he was there to witness what happened. The next morning he was there again to console them and to assure them of the amelioration of their plight. And in just a matter of weeks, he fulfilled it.
Yes.
He did not only fulfill it, he awarded the projects, and you had him. The contractors have been paid 60%. It's difficult to find state governments or agencies that will give a contractor this kind of emergency procurement process. And so we don't want them to have any excuse of finances or shortage of funds. And so he has said it, and that is exactly what we want to do. We intend to get out of that site in not more than 3 months. As I speak to you, work is ongoing. We've completed the demolition of the existing structures. We've also successfully relocated the traders to somewhere very close, to a temporary site, somewhere very close to where, still on Kaduna Street. And work is going on. And I'm believing God that in not more than 3 months, we're going to commission this project and hand it over back to the traders.
We played that video because you mentioned that the fruit garden market is one of those areas under your jurisdiction.
Oh, yes.
Where else can we find special projects in River State?
Well, you know, I work with a man whose name, his other name is Mr. Projects. Not just Mr. Projects, Mr. Quality Projects. So apart from special projects, we have lots of projects also going on under Ministry of Works, under Ministry of Health, under Ministry of Education, Ministry of Housing, and just name them. Now, for special projects, we have such projects like the Pleasure Park. The Pleasure Park is under the supervision of the Bureau for Special Projects, and work is still going on.
Yes.
The restaurant has just been completed. The cinema has just been completed. It's going to be one of the best cinemas in this country. And it's been handled by Julius Berger. And so you
talked about the Pleasure Park.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's under your purview, your jurisdiction.
Oh, yes.
Okay, yeah.
And there are several other projects. We have commissioned the remodeling of the appeal court complex. That was also supervised by the Bureau. We have also flagged off the Nigeria Labour Congress Secretariat. Tomorrow again, we're going to be flagging off the Trade Union Congress Secretariat.
I see.
Last
TUC?
Week, yes, TUC. Last week we flagged off the National Secretariat of the National Union of Rivers State Students. That will show you how student-friendly the governor is. In not more than 1 or 2 months, we are also going to be commissioning the Student Union Government Aluta Secretariat right there in the UST. We have a myriad of projects going on. We have the Bolo Internal Road Project, which is
all these are under you?
Oh, yes. We have the Indonesian Shore Protection Project. You know, we have many more projects.
What a huge responsibility. I was going to ask you, Mr. SSA, who are the primary beneficiaries of these special projects that you supervise, or you? Yes.
Rivers people.
Rivers people.
Yes.
Look, can we particularize them? Because you mentioned the River State Secretariat for Chieftaincy,
yes,
and of course NLC, TUC, and all of these.
Oh, yes.
Why was the special projects actually given to those category of people?
Yes. Now these let me take the River State Traditional Rulers Secretariat Complex, for instance. It's a sensitive project. You know, the hitherto existing structure was substandard. And the governor was like, look, this is not befitting
that's it.
of... yeah, that's it, exactly. The governor was like, this is not befitting of our traditional institution. You know, you actually dress the way you want to be addressed. And so he ordered for the immediate demolition of the hitherto existing structure and the reconstruction to this very aesthetically pleasing edifice that you can see here. And, you know, it's...
Oh, that's it.
Yes,
that's another section of it.
Yeah, so you can categorize it as a special project because, you know, you have just dispossessed them of an office space. They'll quickly need an office space to go in. And so the project duration has to be short. It has to be speedily completed. And the project has to be cash back, meaning that there must be funds available for the completion of the project. That is why this was a special project.
I was going to ask you, Honorable Sir, that who supervises this project? Who supervises these projects that are under you? Is it the Ministry of Works, or you do direct supervision?
Yes. Now, the Bureau for Special
because
Projects...
This has to do with works and, of course, construction, reconstruction, and all of that.
Like I said
remodeling.
before, we have a bureau under the governor's office. The Bureau for Special Projects is actually always headed by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Special Projects. Okay, and it's a bureau. It has
Are you
a permanent
working
secretary.
in synergy with the Ministry of Works?
No, we're a full-blown bureau on our own. We have a permanent secretary.
Right.
We have directors. We have engineers. We have architects. We have quantity surveyors.
I see.
We have electrical engineer. We have all the kinds of professionals you can think of in the bureau. So we do the supervision ourselves.
So the Ministry of Works does not have any role to play?
No, the Ministry of Work is mutually exclusive of the Bureau for Special Projects.
So what processes do special projects undergo before they are awarded? The processes the special projects undergo before they are awarded. This is a contract.
Good.
Remodeling of, you said, what is it, the Court of Appeal complex?
Oh, yes.
Of course, the TUC building, the NLC building. What are the processes it undergoes before the contracts are awarded?
Good. That's a beautiful question. Like you know, we have what we call the Procurement Act 2007. We also have the River State Procurement Act.
Okay.
We also have a bureau which is charged with the responsibility of ensuring that due diligence and due processes are followed before projects are being awarded. And so such projects passes through the bureau. Of course, you know, we have different tendering methods. There's the competitive tendering method, which is open tendering. There is the selective tendering method. There's the negotiated tendering method. You know, and there's what we call the emergency procurement, like the one we just did, the one for fruit garden market. You can categorize it under emergency procurement. You know, and so all of those processes are followed, but depending on the procurement method. For instance, if you met a contract that has failed, okay, or that was not funded before, and you want to re-award it, in such situations, there's what we call a continuity contract. You know, the processes are actually shorter. You know, for special projects, however, We ensure that the life cycle, the procurement life cycle, that the period with which you take to process all of it is actually shorter.
Well, we'll quickly take a short break and we'll return back to the live studio as we have with us the special advisor to the governor on special projects, Honorable George Kelly. Please stay with us. Stewardship with SNB. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. You're welcome once again to the live studios of Stewardship here in River State Television, Channel 22, Port Harcourt. I have with me in the studio the special advisor to the governor on special projects, Honorable George Kelly. Honorable George Kelly, once again, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very
now,
much.
Are there special ceilings to the cost to the projects that have been awarded?
Yeah, it depends on the size of the project. And for a road, for instance, what determines the costs would be the length of the road, the number of drains you have and the sizes of drains, and let's say the thickness of your asphaltic concrete. For the building, what determines the cost is the size, the square area. A building that is 450 square meters floor area size cannot be the same, so they vary. There could be period of 50 million, there could be projects of 100 million, there could be projects that will go as much as 500 million and 1 billion. Depends on the size of the project.
Well, we want to advise our viewers to participate on this program by calling the number 0803-341-3360. Already we have a caller here. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, we missed that call. Yeah, Honorable Sir, what is your role as a special advisor of special project? What's your role in the awarding of contracts, and of course, in ensuring that this contract is this amount or that amount? What's your role? What role do you play?
Well,
supervisory, or you award contract to yourself, or to your cronies or something?
No. There's a process.
But before you take that question, let's take this call. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, we lost that call again. You may.
Yes, you see, it's a whole process. And nobody, I can say nobody in any government can award a project without the approval of the State Executive Council. Okay, and the chairman of the State Executive Council, of course, is the executive governor of River State. And so before a contract can be awarded, he must have given his approval.
Mr. George Kelly, sorry to cut in. We have to allow our viewers to participate, even though the lines are becoming very funny. We do believe that with time, these lines will be through for our viewers to participate. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. You may say your name, where you're calling from, and then make your contributions or ask your questions.
Okay, my name is Chukudi.
Your name is Chukudi from Obigbo.
Yes.
Yeah, go on. Chukudi from Obigbo, go on. Sorry?
I'm also supposed to road.
Okay.
What is the project complete?
What I'm wondering is whether Obigbo Road is within the purview of the special advisor for special projects. Is it? It is not within his reach to.
Within the Ministry of Works.
You may say that to them, maybe.
Yes.
That caller wants to know why Obigbo Road, when it will be completed.
Okay. I cannot talk about Obigbo Road because it's not under my purview. It's under the Ministry of Works. But what I can assure you is that every project that Governor Wike has initiated, every project that is going on, he will complete. He does not start a project that he does not complete. This is the first time we're going to be having a governor that starts a project and completes it in 3, 4, 5 months. But you must also understand with him that these projects are many. These projects are many, and so when the resources come, you have to split it across all of those projects. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take this call again. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You're on to RSTV. Oh, we lost our call. Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Oh, the lines are distorted.
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon. You may say your name and then tell us where you're calling from. Hello? Sorry?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm calling from Enika.
You're calling from where?
Enika.
Eneka. Yes, what's your name, please?
Fivo.
Sorry?
Fivo.
Chisom?
Fivo.
Oh, Favor, I see. Yeah, Favor calling from Eneka. Yeah, you can ask your questions or make your contributions. Hello? Oh, we lost that caller. Yeah, I was going to know from you what role you play in the award of contract within your jurisdiction.
Now, like I told you before, every contract award has a cycle. It has what we call a procurement cycle. There is a time for bidding, or what we call tendering. There is a time for tender evaluation, and there's a time for executive council approval before award. Okay? And
so these are some of the processes it passes through.
Yes, it must pass through all of these processes. And look, it depends on the kind of tendering procedure you want to look at. There are some specific kind of projects we go for selective tendering, what we call selective tendering, you know, and you select your contractors based on their previous track record and capacity to deliver. So from that pool of contractors, you can ask them to bid, and then you take the least most responsive bidder. What I mean by the least most responsive bidder is that bid that has the lowest cost, but can actually complete the project.
I see. Let's take this caller and then you continue with that. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, we lost that caller again. Yes, you may continue.
Yes.
Yeah, you're talking about the processes these contracts go through.
Oh, yes.
Before they can see the light of the day.
Oh, yes. Yes. It goes through, it follows the laid down laws as prescribed by the Rivers State Bureau for Public Procurement, meaning that tendering has to be done, and depends on the kind of tendering. First of all, you have to identify that. You have to spell that out. Selective, negotiated, open or competitive bidding, single sourcing. It has to be stated out, and all of them have their cycles, but all of those processes are followed before any project is awarded.
Let's take this call again. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, hello. Hello. Yes, we're having distorted lines there, but we believe that we'll get through. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, yeah, special advisor. Who do these special contractors report to? Is it to you? Or
They report to the governor through my office.
they report to the governor through your office?
Through my office, yes.
I haven't passed through the necessary processes, tendering and all that.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Oh. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We sincerely apologize for the distorted line. Hello, good afternoon. Go on. You may say your name and then tell us where you're calling from.
Okay, I'm calling from Eneka.
You are calling from Eneka. Yes, what's your name, please?
My name is Miracle.
Miracle calling from Eneka. Go on. Hello? Hello? Oh, Eneka people should know that those projects are not within your area to have control over. But let's take this caller again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
I am Raymond, calling from GRA Phase 3.
Raymond calling from GRA Phase 3.
Yes, sir.
We have George Kelly, the special advisor to the governor on special projects, here with us live in the studio.
I want to ask a question.
Go on.
In as much as I want to congratulate the governor for his glorious project, Mr. Kelly, Honorable Sir, you have
Yes.
idea why up to this moment the Trans-Alabari Road, nothing has been done up to this moment. Do you have idea, sir?
Okay, that's also a good question. You see, there is a project conceptualization phase, there's a project initiation phase. Now, that project has been fully designed. Okay? As at the time that project was awarded in the previous government, it was awarded at a cost of about, I think, in the neighborhood of about 25 billion. But with the high cost of construction materials right now, that project is not going to cost less than 75 billion naira. Now, I want to ask you a question. If you look at your Bible, Luke chapter 14, verse 28, will a man build a house without first of all counting his cost to know if he has enough to complete it, so as to avoid project abandonment and mockery? Do you start a project that you cannot complete? Yes, this project can be taken in phases, and that is how it's going to be taken. We can't start a project of 75 billion, which is like the annual allocation of River State. You know, I know someday, government will start this project. But right now, with the lean resources, there was a time in River State where we used to have allocation up to 20 billion every month. Since Wike assumed, allocation has been revolving between 4 and 6 billion naira every month. Now, take an average of 5 billion. 5 billion times 12 is 60 billion. Let's assume that you are not going to pay salaries for 1 year. Can workers stay without salaries for 1 year? That is first line charge. Let's assume you are not going to pay salaries for a whole 1 year, and you put all of that money inside the Trans-Calabar Road projects. Does it mean that we don't have other local government areas? Does it mean we don't have other projects in the state? Yes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. At the right time, subject to availability of funds, I know that that project will start someday and it will be completed someday in our lifetime.
All right, let's take this caller again. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Oh, take it easy, take it easy. You say you're who?
This Apostle Kingsley calling from Eleka.
Apostle Kingsley. Okay, go on, please.
Please, I want to appreciate the governor for his project in the state. But as a something, and I can't control that with appointment for the past government. I want to know what is the governor has in mind for that road.
You mean the Neka Road? You mean the Neka Road?
Eleka Road.
And the Kaiboiche Road. Is it?
Yeah, that road is not within my purview, and I don't think I can talk about it.
Thank you so much. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Yeah, Honorable Sir, I want to know, why do you think some projects are categorized as special projects? Why do you think?
I've explained them before.
No, you may throw a little light on it.
Yes, I've explained them before. One
was thinking that projects are projects.
Yes.
Whatever be it in nature they may take. Why do you think certain projects are referred to as special? Yes.
Those projects that are referred to as special projects are those projects directly supervised by the governor's office.
Okay.
They are those projects for which they must be completed within the shortest possible time. And so he wants direct supervision.
Okay.
And so he supervises it through our bureau. Sometimes he goes there himself. The governor goes to site himself. Sometimes at night. Sometimes very early in the morning. It's one man that no matter the report you give to him, no matter how much he trusts you.
Have you found any contractor erring? Any erring contractor?
Yes, so far so good, because we do our due diligence.
You have?
No, so far so good, because we do our due diligence very properly. It is very difficult for us to get a wrong contractor to handle a project. So we've always gotten it right in that direction.
All right, well, we will go on another break, and when we return, we shall be fielding questions to Honorable George Kelly, the senior special advisor to the governor on special projects, here in the studios of River State Television, Channel 22, Port Harcourt. Please don't go away. Stewardship with SNB. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Well, welcome back. We're considering the topic, Governor Wike, Mr. Projects and 2019. And my guest on the program is Honorable George Kelly, DAKORINAMA, ALABO, the Senior Special Advisor to the Governor on Special Projects. To join the conversation once again, you can call the number 080-3341-3360 or send text messages only to the number 081-725-23884. I'm sure the numbers are right there on your screen. Yeah. Let's look at the fruit garden market again.
Okay.
Yeah, the governor swung into action and then cushioned the effects of the inferno, and everybody became happy with him. But somehow, politicians, in their usual way, tried to play politics with it. The other people quickly went there and tried to give them money and all that, asking them to vote. Do you think that that can make them change their position? Because given the fact that the governor is actually on ground to answer the people's prayers.
You see, it's very
of the occasion was the
and somewhat nauseating when you see people play politics with people's destiny. Because they heard that the governor swung into action that night and promised traders that is going to ameliorate their plight. The opposition party immediately took advantage of it and went there to promise them 15 million naira. I don't know if that check has cleared today or even or not. Now divide 15 million naira by over 500 traders that we have there. What you'll be getting is about 35,000 naira each. Is it 35,000 naira that they will use to restart their businesses? Is it 35,000 naira? You expect them to, people that have lost goods worth over 300,000 naira, you expect them to start the businesses with 35,000 naira?
So the people are on the governor's side.
Oh, yes.
The governor is on their side.
Yes. The minimum the governor gave to those traders is 300,000 naira. Some got 400 and some got 300. Okay? Multiply that by the number of traders.
How were you able to identify
the
actual beneficiaries of that largesse from the government?
Yes. The governor I work for is a very thorough man. He's a prudent man. And he's very thorough. He does not spend money anyhow. Now, you saw him when he was giving out the checks. You cannot come and claim another person's
Studio,
check.
you may assist us with that video again. Yes, go on.
You cannot come and claim another person's check. In fact, there was a stage we got to that we had to use driver's license or INEC voters card. Okay? We made sure that...
That's why the checks are issued to.
Oh, yes. We made sure that the recipients are the genuine owners. Traders being who they are.
Did not take undue advantage of it?
Oh, no.
Smuggling names and all that.
No way. The names, the list was collected from the market committee themselves, not even from the local government council. The market committee, they have two committees in that market. One led by one Mr. Nasiru and the other led by one Mr. Chigozie. Okay, they brought the list and then the enumeration was properly done before all of this. I can assure you that all the persons that benefited here are actual owners of shops. Even those that did not have their shops burnt were also empowered. Virtually all of them got something.
So what are we expecting the market to
look like?
Yes. What are we expecting?
Now you
because
expect,
the governor gave you a charge to redesign.
Yes, you expect something more aesthetically pleasing and more befitting.
Maybe the studio may assist us with the
guidance with the model, my 3D model. Okay.
Yeah, you responded to the governor's charge at the occasion.
Yes.
Let the studio assist us with the special advisor's address to the marketers. Please, studio, let's see that video. Yes. When the governor gave a charge to the special advisor, he responded. Yes, that's it. Let's have the audio, please. Let's have the audio.
Yeah. The first two blocks at the front will be long-story structures. Down we have open stores. Up we have lock-up shops. Same applies to the second row.
Up shops.
Yeah. The first two blocks at the front will be long-story structures. Down we have open stores. Up we have lock-up shops. Same applies to the second row. So we're going to be having 4 one-story structures in all. Then the bungalow-type stores will start from this point where you see the traders here.
He said that the market will have a perimeter fence, a car park, warehouses, and security features for the protection of the market. High point of the occasion was the handing over of the bank draft to the affected traders by the River State Governor.
Thank you, Studio. Yes, Honorable Sir,
Yes.
you heard the report. You also listened to yourself over
yes.
there. Yeah, tell us a little bit about it. It will have features like lock-up shops, and then some story buildings, a car park, perimeter fencing, and of course the bungalow. What are the features we're expecting in that?
Yes. Now, first of all, you'll agree with me that what they had there were old bungalow-like open market stores. You know, but want to get something better. And so in the first 2 rows, we're going to have 4 number 1-story structures. Okay? Now, the down part of it is going to be open, normal open stalls, like you can see, and the top will be lock-up shops. Both lock-up shops and offices.
That's it.
Yes.
This one is story building.
Yes, yes. These are the ones in front. This is actually 2. They are interconnected. There's 2 behind it.
Okay.
And then you have 8 other bungalow-like structures.
Behind
so
it.
that is 12 in number.
Around it, that's it.
Yes, yes. That is 12 in number. And then we're going to have, right now they have 1 warehouse. Now we're going to be having 2 warehouses. We are rehabilitating the old warehouse for them and building a fresh warehouse for them. We're also going to have a mini butchery, or if you like, a mini abattoir.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have 2 sets of toilets, 1 for men and 1 women. And so all of those shops that are hanging around the fence, we're going to demolish all of them. They're going to move upstairs to the lock-up shops.
Let's take this call and then you continue with that thought. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, you may say your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Mr. Chidi, calling from Rupoko.
Chidi from Rupoko. Go on, please.
Yes. My Honorable, thank you for, I appreciate all the good work my Excellency is doing in River State. But it seems that you people are concentrating on one place. There are people suffering in Rupoko. So, like, what I'm saying is that in Rupoko, flood are being disturbing us.
Is it within your area?
In Rupoko.
Sorry.
No problem.
Yes.
I can still respond
Yes,
to it.
but I'm sure that's not
Yes.
within your area.
Like you know, my dear friend, flood is a natural disaster. Okay? Flood is a natural disaster, and there's an agency saddled with that responsibility. But what I also know is that the governor has been taking care of such victims. And I also want to say that we must do our own part as citizens to avert such disaster. The governor builds a road for you. He does drainage for you. You go at night and deposit feces in that drainage. You go at night and deposit your wastes in that drainage. They open that manhole and put waste in it. And tomorrow it floods. You come and call the governor. Okay? So we on our side have, now just go to, I was driving past one part of the Interoba Creek the other time around, so you see how those traders, you know, dump their waste in a canal that should naturally channel out our drainages.
Blocking the waterways.
You block it. After blocking the waterway, you call on government to come and spend money to evacuate it. They will evacuate it or desilt it. You go back there, you block it. Now, one of the causes of this flood in some of all of these areas is because the drainages are blocked. And you know some of these drainages are subsurface drainages. People go, open those chambers, and throw their wastes every night. Every night. Can imagine human behavior. You know? And then you blame government. Well, government is doing their best, and I'm very sure that very soon the people you are talking about will be reached. Their matters will be taken care of.
Yeah, so, some may ask if you, who's leading the government team, was able to pacify all the victims of the inferno at the Fruit Garden Market. Was anybody left out?
No.
You have carried out your investigation.
Everybody was carried out.
But we'll continue with that thought. Let's take this call. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, please, could you turn down the volume of your TV set?
Yes, I am out from that place.
Stay away. Excuse me. Hold on, please. Hold on. You have not identified yourself and where you're calling from, and then move away from your TV set.
I am Mr. Chukwudi.
Mr. Chukwudi, go on.
Yes, I am calling from Obibo.
Thank you. Go on.
Yeah. So I love what Mr. Ike is doing in River State.
Yes.
For example, now, like Obibo Market, we are the people that have bought shop in that Obibo Market. They store our shop.
Mr. Chukwudi, hello, can you listen to me? Hello, can you listen, please? Mr. Chukwudi. You are not listening. And so how do we hear? You are talking without listening to us here in the studio. If you talk and you listen to us, we will be able to communicate properly. What you are saying here is not within our area of discourse. Maybe the special advisor could find answers to them, but I know that it is not why we're here. So you may restrain yourself to the issue why we're here. Is that clear?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, we're talking about fruit garden, and if there was anybody that was left out of the largesse of the government.
No one was left out.
You are very sure of that.
The enumeration was properly done by the market.
Let's take this call.
themselves.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good morning, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good morning, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm calling from Port.
What's your name, please?
I'm calling
You're who?
from
Fubara calling from Port Harcourt. Go on, Fubara.
I want to ask the young man yesterday.
The special advisor.
Yes, special advice.
Yes.
So that what my take on this is that we are all military sons and daughters of the state. And the state is PDP.
Mr. Fubara,
What I'm saying is this.
Mr. Fubara, listen. I don't know where you're taking us to. You are going out of our area of discussion. Could you limit yourself to what we're talking about here? Thank you so much. Listen to the conversation.
What I'm going to say, I know Mr. Project is doing everything he's doing, but we want our rights to be fresh. I'm one of the neighborhood watch. I don't know if that has been.
Mr. Fubara, listen to me. Hello, Mr. Fubara. We are not talking about neighborhood watch here, please. Thank you. Yes. Fruit garden and the largesse from the government. I was going to ask, I asked you earlier if there were anybody that was left out. You said everybody was considered.
No, everybody was considered.
Now,
everybody was carried along.
Yes. Now, what about maintenance culture when this project will be finished?
Yes. Okay.
It's important that you watch over the facilities and then ensure that no damages are done to them.
We don't build projects. We don't construct projects without taking into cognizance the post-construction facility management. We take that very seriously. You may take a drive to Rumokoro market built by this government and commissioned slightly over a year ago. Go there and see what's happening. Now, that is the same thing that I know will play out here. The governor will not spend this kind of money on this project and allow them to destroy it. You know, the normal trader and their culture of maintenance, you know, especially when it has to do with refuse disposal and all of that. I know that the governor will put a committee in place, just like he did for the Rumokoro market. He will put a committee in place that will be saddled with the responsibility of managing this place through the revenue that they generate.
Because this is a gigantic project.
Oh, yes.
Looking beautiful.
Oh, yes.
So we can't afford to, Rivers people the governor cannot afford to spend huge sums of money in reconstructing it, and then later on, some miscreants will just go and begin to deface them.
Let me tell you what happened with the Rumokoro market that he built, which is even slightly bigger than this. Now, he set up a committee. Okay, and in that committee we have different stakeholders represented. The local government was represented, the market association was represented, all facets, all strata within the market, they were represented. And so he gave them a charge. They were inaugurated and he gave them a charge. Your charge is to make sure that this market remains as it is now at all times. They'll be generating funds, they'll be generating revenue. From the generating revenue they generate, they should be able to service their generators. They should be able to clean the place up.
George Kelly, time is not on our side. We'll go on the last break and then we'll return back to the live studio for the last segment of the program.
All right, thank you very
Please
much.
stay with us. Stewardship with SNB. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Welcome on board again on the last segment of the program Stewardship, live here in the studios of Riverside Television, Channel 22, Port Harcourt. My guest today is Honorable George Kelly, the Senior Special Advisor to the Governor on Special Projects. I'm tempted to call you Mr. Project, but I don't have the permission to say you are Mr. Project.
No.
But you are involved in projects and all of that.
Mr. Project is my boss.
Yes, your boss. Yes, you are. The anointing is trickling down. Yes, yeah. Let's look at maintenance proper. We're talking about studio. Please, let's see that picture again. We're talking about maintaining this structure so that they can actually serve
a
the
car
people for
park.
which they are built.
Yes.
So, what are the steps you have on ground?
Now, let me tell you one basic thing or factor that distinguishes Wike from other previous governors that we've had. Wike does not just build, and after spending that money, he leaves the project. He builds, and he puts his eye on it. For every of these major projects that we've done, we have facility managers in place, saddled with the responsibility for the day-to-day maintenance of the place. Of course, this kind of project is going to be a revenue spinner. Okay? You don't expect governor to come and collect money from them. But government should be able to organize them in such a way that the revenue that they generate, they put a good chunk of it into the maintenance of that place. And so that kind of...
You said it's going to be a revenue spinner. I'm
yes,
interested in
definitely.
that. Are the marketers going to pay for the shops or something?
No, they do. The market people normally do some kind of... They have unions, and they contribute monies. They contribute monies amongst themselves.
Okay, they're not going to pay to government.
No. Okay. They contribute monies amongst themselves. What I'm saying is, if that is properly organized, okay, and if they are properly guided, some of those monies that they generate, we're not selling this place to them. For instance, we're giving it to them free of charge. Okay, how will you feel if you come tomorrow and you see the place all dirty and all messed up? You just feel you're not having value for money. So we're going to put our eyes on them to make sure that this facility is properly maintained. I can tell you everything will be done to ensure it's properly maintained.
Okay, let's take this caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You may say your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm calling from Eneka.
You're calling from who?
Eneka.
Oh, all the calls are coming from Eneka. Yes, go on. What's your name, please? What's your name, please?
Sam calling from Eneka. I'm very happy for the program.
What's your name, please?
Sam.
Oh, Sam, I see.
Calling from Eneka.
Go on, please, Sam.
Can you hear me very well now?
Yes, I can, Sam.
I highly appreciate the program. I highly appreciate this program. What the SNB is doing in River State.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we can hear
I
you.
want to thank you very much for this program and the gentleman we took there. I know
It's not just a young man, he's a senior special advisor to the governor. Yes.
On special project.
Yes.
I like what they're doing. I went to that and see what the government is doing.
It's really wonderful.
Thank
So I
you.
want to encourage them, they should go and do what they have.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, we lost that call. Yeah, Honorable Kelly, Judge Kelly, this interview or conversation cannot be complete without me asking you this question. 2019 is around the corner.
Yes.
Governor Wike, between 2015 and now,
Yes.
has earned the sobriquet, Mr. Projects.
Yes.
What name are we expecting 2019 when he takes over power?
Mr. Quality Projects.
Oh, Mr. Quality. That's interesting.
You know, the man has performed beyond the expected threshold. And I have no doubt in my mind that Rivers State people will reciprocate this giant strides and performance, good performance of his by turning out en masse to vote for him.
Yes.
They will turn out en masse, not just to vote for him, to also defend their votes. Because even the opposition knows that this man is going to win overwhelmingly. We're looking at a 90-10% margin or 85-15% margin. Have you seen the opposition campaigning? In fact, the number of projects he has done alone is enough to give him a second tenure. I always ask the opposition, what do you campaign with? Show me one project that the federal government has brought to Rivers State.
Do you subscribe to the Rivers Job position of drumming support for the governor's re-election?
Absolutely.
You are a Calabar.
I was one of the organizers.
I see.
Oh yes, I was one of the organizers.
Tell us the reason behind that, a little
Now,
information.
let me tell you something. Who is the Rivers Job man?
Tell our viewers.
Is it because you wear Etibo or you wear Woko and you call yourself a Rivers Job man? The Rivers Job man or the real Job man are those people that stood with Jonathan, with President Goodluck Jonathan.
Yes.
In 2015. That is the really Joe man. Wike is more a just as far as I'm concerned than whoever they are bringing out to come and contest this election, who is an anti-Ijo. Okay? An anti-Ijo will actually beget an anti-Ijo. So anybody that Chibuko Rotimi Amechi brings out is an anti-Ijo so far as I'm concerned, because they all fought together to ensure that President Goodluck Jonathan did not come back as president. Now, look at it. Which is heavier? Is it the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria or the Governor of Rivers State? So why will you want to give me the Governor of Rivers State and then you want us to lose the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? It is very funny. You fought against your elder brother and you are boasting about it. And today you are telling me that you want to give an Ijo man. An Ijo man that is from Sierra Leone. If you want to give one Ijo man, allow us the Ijos to pick for ourselves who we want. Not somebody that will kowtow to Amechi. The last time he brought somebody who is his son, everybody knows. He said he's an Ijo man. He's his son. So far as I'm concerned, Akuku is from Opima. So far as I'm concerned, this Toyeko is from Opima.
He's not a Calabar man.
Oh yes. If any of these guys become governor, Amechi will be staying in the presidential wing in the government house. That is his interest. His interest is personal. The point I'm making is that he does not have the interest of the Ijo man at heart. He does not have the interest of the Calabari man at heart. There are Calabari people that Calabari people love that are even in their party. Did he produce any of them? He's giving us his business partner. I want Calabari people to also understand that if these two people, Amechi and Tonyeko, really loves us, they will not demolish their Bonima Wharf without asking about the welfare of those that were there. They told us they were going to have a housing complex there, low-cost housing, or nothing is happening there. That place was sold to Sahara Energy for a tank farm. They are not doing anything till today. We lost so many houses there. People's lives were lost, and that place is not even being utilized today. So it deceived the Calabari people out of there. And it is our own son that bought the place, and it's not in use.
Robert Judge Kelly, it's interesting to hear you talk this tough.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we enjoyed it. I believe that our viewers also have enjoyed you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's been a good time spending with you here in the studio. Yes, to our viewers, for the past 1 hour or 28 minutes or thereabout, we've been talking to the Senior Special Advisor to the Governor on Special Projects, Honorable George Kelly. He's been talking to us on the wide range of projects and, of course, the future of Rivers politics come 2019. I want to thank you so much for being a part of this program. From me, it's bye-bye. Stewardship with SNB. Signals.